Hey. All right. I'm going to do the thing I do every stream. Someone let me know if this is working. I stream like 3 times a year now. So, also, Ash, I literally, if I would have had time, I would have run to go put a suit and tie on. But let me know if you guys can hear me. What's going on? Hold on. Let me move this chat so I can see it without looking like I'm looking into another universe. But what's up, Ash? What's up, Jujub? What's up, Chigsy? What's up, Judd? Wow, a lot of J's today. What's up, Blue Raz? EL, Crazy Train, Cyclo? I'm good. Okay, cool, sweet. What's up, Guy with Dogs? What's up, Otter Games? How's everyone doing? Lots of middle-aged weekend warriors live out their missed musical careers vicariously through your vlogs. Oh man, thanks so much. I appreciate that. We'll see how long I hold out. No, I'm glad that people get to kind of watch my life and compare themselves in a positive way. Be like, man, this is what I'm doing too on the weekends. That's a cool thing. There's certainly, I talk to people all the time. That people DM me and are like, oh man, I have a day job and I want to do music full time, and I'm like, it's not for everyone. So that's why I try to also show the downsides. But oh, hey, nice trombone. Oh yeah, guys, drop this new shirt. Check this out. Pretty sick, right? So that's available on my website, FoolishFrankie.com. Very funny. People constantly mistake my saxophone for trombone. I'm not going to play a bunch today, but I do have my horn. But yeah, how's everyone doing? I haven't streamed in so long, and I was supposed to have a video out with this part 2 with Marcus Veltri was supposed to go out today, but it ended up we had to reschedule because of some stuff on Marcus's end. So anyways, I was like, I'll just live stream for a short bit. I have a gig later tonight that I have to leave for early because it's kind of out of town. So I just figured I'd hang out, answer some questions, and chat and see how everyone's doing. And then I have a vlog that I'm editing right now that will, if I didn't have so much going on, it would be done today. But it's not. It will probably be done. It probably won't be out next week. It'll probably be out the following week. But anyways. Okay, let's see. What's up, Slick? How's it going? Like the Fortnite emote. Honestly, my favorite emote. What if I change my name to Jash so there's a J? It'd be like Josh, but if you have an accent or something. Howdy, what's up, Brian? How's it going? It's M. I may or may not be on my work computer throwaway account. Nice, amazing. Nice bassoon shirt. Thank you, M. What's your ops on the holy what? Tubing of the trumpet? I'm not sure I understand that question. Can I still play after 3 lung collapses? Consult a medical professional. I'm not qualified to give medical advice. But I think, was it David Sanborn that had something? It was either David Sanborn or Eric Marienthal that had like something with his lungs going on, and playing the saxophone was actually like recommended by his doctor because it helped strengthen his lungs. So that could be something to look into. Holy crap, Casper, you mean how pale I am? It's also, this is very cool light. Like over here does not look quite as pale. See? So part of it is lighting. Same with my hair. Like it looks like more orange in certain lights. Can you give notes to that one song you played called Dark Fantasy or something? Oh, I don't even remember that, honestly. The one in the tunnel? This one? I genuinely don't remember it. I'd have to listen to it. I don't know. I'd have to hear it one more time. It's been a long time since I played that. But I just learned it by ear. I bet you could do it if you slowed down my video. Nice trombone. Thank you. Sorry for interrupting. I gotta go soon. No, apologize for interrupting. You're not interrupting anything. This is what we're doing. We're just hanging out. How do you count off Latin genres? Last night I played, so we played Tico Tico. We played a bunch of Latin tunes. It was amazing. Such a fun gig. I usually count them. It depends on how fast they are. So like we played Tico Tico, which if I forget the guy's name, if he's in here, he always asks me to play it. It's this tune. That's like the gist of it. So I mean, there's like 2 other parts, but so the way I counted that off is like 1, 2, 3. But it's really like that's the half note, if that makes sense. So my terrible singing, but that's how I count it off. Is like, I mean, it depends on how slow it is, right? There are other tunes that are like slower, like and that we play. It's kind of just depends on how fast the tune is. Same with like I would never count it off though, like, so okay, here's the difference. All right, I think I know what you're asking maybe. Wait, here's a big discrepancy. If I'm playing Donna Lee, like if I'm playing like Confirmation, right? So like this okay, so that tune, I would count off 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's me snapping on 2 and 4, right? Counting off a Latin tune, I will always downbeat, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1 and 3. So if that makes sense, I would never count off a Tico Tico as like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, but because you don't feel it the same way. You feel the strong beats, right? Whereas swung stuff, you feel 2 and 4 more. So that, I don't know if that's helpful, but that's how, like, I don't count it off the same way as swing stuff. I'm not sure if that's what you're asking, but hopefully that's in the ballpark. Yo, Bella's Train Vlogs, what's up? It's good to see you. I know, sorry, I haven't been, hopefully this isn't too loud. I haven't been streaming in a very long time. I would love to do more of it, but my schedule is bananas right now. I usually have gigs on Friday night, but today I'm free. Nice. Yeah, I have a gig tonight, but I was free earlier in the afternoon, so I didn't really know how many people would be able to stop by because it's a Friday, and I normally have streamed like in the evenings, and I'm not streaming in the evenings tonight. But what's up, Frankie? Do you ever get any attention from bridesmaids when you play weddings? Seems like it would be a nice perk. Next question. Just kidding. No, we don't need to talk about it. Sometimes is the answer, but not as often as you think is the real answer. I've been wondering about this for a while, and I'm so glad you're doing it. Ask Me Anything. Would you ever consider making a video on what charting is and approximately how you do it? Yeah. So like, okay, this weekend I wrote out 2 charts for a gig that I'm playing on Saturday tomorrow, and I'm slowly narrowing down like my process for doing it, and it's getting frustrating when I see other people's charts and they don't have things that I like to put in my charts. Like a big difference, especially from someone coming from like the jazz world, or just the big difference between the pop world, like charts specifically. In the pop world, you need to have labeled the sections that are like as like verse, chorus, verse 2, pre-chorus, bridge. You have to have all that labeled because vocalists do not communicate with measure numbers. And so if you want to be able to communicate with the vocalists and not be confusing everyone, you need to have those sections labeled. It just makes it so much easier. So maybe I'll do a video about that, about how I write out charts. What's your favorite jazz tune? Stars Fall in Alabama is one of my favorites for sure. I wasn't saying sorry, I'm very behind in chat. I wasn't saying you were pale. I was saying holy crap to 3 lung collapses. Oh, sorry. Woo. Rock that trombone. Thank you, Mateo. In your opinion, how experienced at the saxophone should you be before trying to take on paid gigs? As soon as someone offers you a paid gig, you should do it. You should just play early on. Just play everything, and even if it's paid and you don't feel like you're worthy of it, just do it and try to be as confident as you can. Most people don't know the difference, which is like a pro and a con. Can you throw away light bulbs if they're not fluorescent? I believe so, but I would check with your local municipality. So don't take that at face value. Thanks for making videos. I play guitar and learn a lot from you rather than other guitarists. Oh, that's awesome to hear. I'm glad that you across instruments you can still learn something. I appreciate you watching. Absolutely. You play guitar too, right? I own a guitar. Play is a strong word. For corporate work as sax player, can you get by just learning the material and remembering it? Is it much to read sheet music and sight read, sight play? No, honestly, I don't think you would need to be able to read sheet music and sight read. Asking as a mainly singer wonder. If you're a singer, you'll probably never have sheet music. You'll never have to sight sing. For instrumentalists, for a saxophone player, I would always recommend being able to read, because a lot of times what happens is stuff changes last minute and you're expected to just be able to sight read charts that they're pulling out. So that's like a really good skill to have. But I've played with people that have really good ears and they can get by. So I think if you have enough time and you can just learn the material and remember it, that's great. That will also keep you more fluid with what, like, everyone, when the music goes a different place, you can go there too. So anyways, I just got told to count off blue bossa with half notes, and I thought that's weird. Yeah, you could. I mean, if I was going to count off blue bossa, 1, 2, 1, that's how I would do it. Like, I wouldn't go 1, 2, oh, 1, 2. Probably not. Or 1, 2, oh, 1, 2. I wouldn't do that either. I would probably, at that tempo, I would probably do quarter note. But, whatever. To each their own. It's just I try to keep it as clear as possible, Me and my band organize a jam session every first Friday of the month. I usually struggle when they ask me to call a tune. Which standards should I practice? Oh, man. What you should do is every time they call a tune you don't know, write it down, and then the next week learn all of those tunes, and then go back to the session and rinse and repeat for like 6 months, and you'll know so many tunes. That's what I did when I started going out to jam sessions, and it helped so much. Some music friends coming over tonight. Any song recommendations for us to learn? What genre, Quentin? I'll try to see your next message. Let me know what genre you guys like to play or what you're looking for. I play alto, and I know the core 5 notes, G, A, B, C, D, and a couple more. How can I memorize the other fingerings for more notes? I would look at the fingering chart, have it out with you, and then have the music that you're trying to play, and then just go back and forth, and eventually you'll get so fast that your brain just memorizes it, and you won't have to look at the fingering chart anymore. Probably heard this many times. Oh wait, sorry guys, it'll be impossible to get all messages. I'm gonna try my best to keep moving though and do as many as I can. New. What is the very first thing you have to do if you want to go in the direction of jazz? I have difficulties detaching from sheet music. Try learning anything by ear. Even simple nursery rhymes, like that is the biggest thing. Start learning simple things by ear, because that will allow you to progress to learning solos by ear, and that's kind of how you get the vocabulary in your head to be able to improvise. Do you have any tips to play song requests? Like how you memorize those notes in a short time? Having good relative pitch is so helpful. This is like I did this and I if you saw me play the first chorus on the gig, you would have been like, you sound like crap, but it was for a different, I was half reading, half remembering it. But I was in the car a lot yesterday, and I had a gig yesterday, and I needed to learn this tune. And I learned a lot of it while I was in the car. I don't have perfect pitch, so once I find the first note, I can hear the distance between all the other notes. And so that is like a really good skill to develop. And that takes like a lifetime to really do it. But you can start doing it with any song, or any melody you hear if you're walking around and you hear like dee do dee do. You can take that melody, and if you find the first note, try to figure it out while you're walking around without your instrument. Be like, okay, it starts on, and then when you pick up your instrument, try to play it and see how close you were. That's like a good way to start training your ear like that. Just kind of, do you like football, soccer? I don't really watch sports, unfortunately. I've never really been a big sports guy. I've been too active commenting on your channel, chilling in your server, dealing with bad mental health. Need to start getting back into your world. Oh, Bella, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you're getting some help that you need. That's always very difficult, and I think it's good to take time to figure that out and get the help that you need, because that's huge. But never feel like you need to be super up to date with my stuff. I understand that like all of you have your own lives. So, what's the best piece of musical advice you ever got? I'll censor myself. Don't be a jerk. That my saxophone teacher in high school said that, but didn't use the word jerk. He told me that in high school, and that is the best piece of musical advice I've ever gotten, because people don't want to work with people that are hard to work with, and that has certainly played a big part. Pop quiz: what baseball team does your state have? Pittsburgh Pirates. I know the Steelers, the Pirates, and the Penguins, because Pittsburgh is very much a sports town. So glad to catch this stream. How's your mental health been since stepping back for investing so much time in you? Yo, FER, thanks so much for being here. Yeah, it's a lot better now for sure. I'm still trying to figure out how to balance everything, and I'm playing more gigs now and doing less social media. Now I'm starting to feel like I'm playing too many gigs. I want to do more social media. So it's just going to be a constant teeter-totter, I think. But I've been very good at taking one day off a week, plugging one day off a week into my calendar where I'm not scheduling anything. So no matter what, like there are very few circumstances. I've been very good this year. There may been 2 times where I've scheduled something, like my Mondays, and I just like do laundry and go grocery shopping and do normal human things. And sometimes I still get work done. Sometimes I still edit. Usually I won't play. I'll give my jaw a break. But that has been so beneficial to me, honestly. And so that, yeah, it's going to be a back and forth, but I'm definitely in a better place now than I was, 6 months ago. So that's good. Yo, Dylan, thank you for the 5. Thank you so much. If you were being tortured for a week with a nonstop sax loop, would you choose Careless Whisper or Mr. Saxo Beat? If the goal was to minimize the amount of torture, it would be Careless Whisper, If the goal was to maximize the amount of torture, it would be Mr. Saxo Beat. But if those were not the only options, the song that would really send me over the edge within like 30 minutes would be the Gummy Bear song. Even just saying it. Oh, terrible. Anyways, play some jazz, please. If you guys want to hear a song, I do have my horn. I'll play 1 or 2 songs, but my plan is to not play too much this stream. Listening while I'm preparing a program for a gig tomorrow. 5.25 hour gig. That's crazy. I think the longest gig I've played was like 5 hours, and the client paid overtime. I hope you're getting paid extra for that. Hey, Frankie, really enjoying your videos at the moment. I've been inspired by myself to start doing gig vlogs too. Oh, that's amazing. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Just like, honestly, just be authentic and just put stuff out that you really like, and people will resonate with that. I always think that's like the best tips. I mean, there's like very specific like analytic things you can pay attention to and all of that, but ultimately, like, if you get people to watch your content, you will grow. So make stuff that you really like and that you think is good, and keep trying to improve with each video, you know. We love soundtrack, like movie music, but we like jazz and pop too. Okay, soundtrack movie music. I mean, you can go with like the generic or the popular like Pirates of the Caribbean or stuff like that, but you probably know some of that. Let me think. I don't watch a ton of movies, but what about video game soundtrack? If you like video game soundtrack stuff, there's an endless amount. But I would say like Undertale is amazing, has beautiful melodies. Any like Legend of Zelda stuff. Check out VG lead sheets too. If you guys can read, you could go to vgleadsheets.com, and that they have like tons of lead sheets in like concert, B flat, E flat, F, alto, clef, I think. And so everyone can just kind of read it and play along with the recording, which is a lot of fun. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna be missing some comments. Sorry guys, I'll try to get as many as I can. Can you share a bit about your sound concept on saxophone and how you approach developing your sound? Honestly, I'm taking like a weird approach over the last 6 months, especially because I have had a lot of jaw pain for a long time, and I've been working on relaxing my jaw. And so I've almost been not prioritizing sound. Like, I have no sound concept in my head right now. I'm just solely focusing on relax my jaw as much as possible. Whatever the sound is that comes out is the sound, and I'll refine the sound later, because it's very difficult to do the opposite. Because I've tried doing that. It's very difficult to try to keep your sound and then move your jaw. It's not really how it works. So I wish I had like something very concrete to tell you. In the past, it's been like a lot of just trying to hear what I hear in my head and get the sound out, especially in the context of transcribing. So like learning a bunch of Eddie Barbash solos, who I love his sound, stuff like that is like always trying to like hear that sound in my head when I'm playing, especially in like doing transcriptions and stuff. Afternoon. Yo, what's up, Crumpet? How's it going? 3125. That's right. That's the Who's your favorite bassist? Anton DeFade. Is that Anton under a secret account? Is that what he's trying to get me to say? Yo, Andrew, what's up? When are you going to give up this alto foolishness and finally take up the baritone? Man, I've played Barry like 4 times. I'm not built for it. I don't know how you do it, man. You sound amazing. I don't know if Andrew's still in here or not. If you guys don't know Andrew, he's an amazing Barry player. And we've been mutuals on TikTok for quite a long time, but so that's so funny. Ever play one of those extreme saxes like bass, contrabass, or sopranino? I haven't. I played a curved soprano. I have one of those somewhere, but it's not in great shape. My most recent ex, when I was renting you, has perfect pitch, and it's always so impressive to me. Yeah, I've heard from people that have perfect pitch that it becomes frustrating the deeper you go into the music world. It's like very helpful initially, and then it kind of can slow you down. So which is why I'm honestly grateful I have relative pitch and not perfect pitch. But it is impressive, like, initially. People will sacrifice some talent to work with good people. Very true. Because, you know, you spend so much time on the gig just sitting around hanging out. So it's just one of those things where it's like people want to be around fun people. You know, there's obviously there's a line. You have to have your stuff together on your instrument. But let's see. I had to transcribe Gummy Bear song for a piano student once. Oh, boy. What's the furthest you've had to drive for a gig? I drove to Kentucky a couple weeks ago for a gig. That was pretty far. I drove, I guess, technically to Nashville for a gig. I played with Pitch Meeting. I was the house saxophone player, but that was like unpaid. They're a nonprofit, so I don't know if that counts, but probably like 6-7 hours, somewhere around there. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've been much further than that. I drove DC, but that's closer. So How do you improvise over different genres of jazz? What is the mindset when improving over Latin versus something like swing? I feel like I don't think about anything differently harmonically necessarily. If anything, I just think different rhythmically. Like last night, we were playing a lot of Latin tunes. The piano player is part Cuban, and we were playing a bunch of his originals. And there's like the like a lot of the like in like the Montuno stuff. So we're playing a lot of that. I try to think about I think about the rhythm section more in the context of what they're playing rhythmically, if that makes any sense. Like the rhythm the piano player is playing and not the chords. And maybe that's like flawed. Maybe I should always be paying attention to that. But often in a swing setting, I find that I'm paying attention more harmonically. Just curious, do you buy insurance specifically for your instruments and gear? I do have insurance for a lot of my gear, like my horns, a lot of my camera equipment too, because when I'm vlogging, I usually have a good amount of gear on me, and like my laptop, my iPad, I have a lot of that insured. I use Music Pro, I think is what it is. It's very cheap, honestly, and it just makes me feel better because I'm out all the time, and people could. Okay, here's a story. A couple years ago, I was playing a wedding gig. And we're not on like a stage, we're on like the floor, but our monitors are in front of us. And there's like the vocalists, we're all in a line, like at least the horns are over here and the vocalists are here. And the vocalist right next to me had his iPad on a stand, right? And the whole night, man, this crowd was very rowdy. This was a wedding where everyone got very drunk, and we were watching this couple in the front, and they, the whole crowd kept getting closer and closer and closer, and they're like right on top of us basically. And this couple was like dancing, and the guy was so drunk, and he ended up it was like 10 minutes till the end of the gig, and I was like, wow, we made it. No one passed out, no one fell onto the stage or anything like that. We're like everyone was all good. And then like 10 minutes before the end of the gig, this guy holding his beer like stumbles over, like trips over the monitor, falls onto the vocalist's mic stand like between us, and literally folds his iPad in half. Like my buddy picked it up and it was the shape of an L. It was terrible. And he spilled beer on me. So I was like, so anyways, so Adam, I don't think he had that insured, but he had two iPads. One was over by his music, and his iPad was just for lyrics, so it was an older one. But he literally made the guy he was like, you have to Venmo me $400 right now or you're not leaving. Like, and the guy was like, sorry, I'll Venmo you. But so that like it just provides me some peace of mind, because you slowly accumulate all of this expensive gear, and then you're in these environments constantly where stuff like that can happen. So yeah. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry guys, I will have to miss some questions, but I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. Any song ideas for my band to play at a gig in December? Preferably songs that are at least 2 to 3 minutes long. Do you want like pop stuff or jazz stuff? Let me know. I'll try to. That's LK's. I'll try to see your next response. What's up, Hallie? I love you too. Electronically electronic. Do you hit the gym? I do work out. Yes, I have been in a pretty good exercise routine for quite a long time, and it's not necessarily to get huge, which is why I'm not huge. I also don't eat enough protein, mostly just to like be healthy. Is the thing I care the most about. The only thing I hear in my head is Leo P. I have a picture of you with a berry. Wait, you do? Wait, when? When's the last time I played a berry? I don't even remember. Maybe you asked me to send a picture. I don't know. Do you have your instruments with you right now? Yeah, so I do have my horn. I have my saxophone here. I wasn't going to play a ton, but I'll play something if you guys want. Currently on your merch website, am I imagining things, or was there a You'll Hear It sticker? Okay, there was at one point. It was actually as a part of a sticker sheet. I found out after I launched all of this merch, someone pointed out to me there's a podcast called You'll Hear It with musicians, and I was just unaware of the podcast, and they have like their own merch and stuff. I don't know if they have stickers. I think maybe they do, but I know their design is different, their logo is different and stuff. But I just felt like I don't want to like encroach, is that the right word, on their like podcasts and everything. So I just decided I wanted to just make a sticker pack anyways. The sticker sheets weren't selling well and they were hard to mail. So I made a sticker pack now that I can put in an envelope, so I can send it with a regular stamp. So it doesn't cost you guys like $6 shipping for a $5 product. I know that's annoying. So, okay. When are you coming up to me so we can jam together? Wait, up to you? I thought you lived south. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to be in... No, never mind. I won't be anywhere near you. Sorry. I wish. Not anytime soon that I have on the book, but I'll let you know when I am. I have a question. What is your gig schedule like July 13th? Depends entirely about what you're going to ask me to do. But I can check. It depends on what day of the week it is. Oh, dude. It's the gig at National. Guys, I'm going to be Mathwin. Sorry, bro. Literally, if you got, this is my calendar in July. So, July 11th and July 7th. Now, the Mondays are, two of them are, they're all rest days, actually. So, Mondays don't count. But everything else is like work stuff. Recording or playing or whatever. So, anyways, July 13th, for anyone that's going to be at the National Jazz Workshop in Winchester, Virginia at Shenandoah University, I will be there as a guest artist with the MSJO, the Mathwin Smith Jazz Orchestra. So if you guys are going to be there, come out. Also, Mathwin, am I playing Aerophone on that? Do you want me to bring my wind synth again? I've been really confused about real key and saxophone key. Can you give me a tip to be a little more agile? I hope this question makes sense. Let me see, Lucia. Do you mean like concert pitch and saxophone pitch? So whatever the concert note is, you go down a minor third. So if you're playing, if it's a concert C, then you're playing A on saxophone, on alto, E flat instruments. Now if you're playing tenor, it's up a whole step. So it's kind of confusing, but that is like the way the transposition works. So it depends on what instrument you're holding. If you're holding an alto, you just take whatever the concert note is, like whatever the note would be on piano, you're down a minor third from that. Okay, yes, bring your Aerophone. We're running that Animal Crossing back. Okay, sick. I'm excited, dude. That'll be so fun. Sorry, maybe I should go backwards. I grew up in Pittsburgh and I'm in North Carolina now, and this heat wave is so bad. I hope you're enjoying Pittsburgh summer, Frankie. Yo, thank you so much, EL. I appreciate it. Man, yeah, it's warm for sure. I'm just like sweaty. And my gig last night was outside. I was very sweaty at the end of it. But I'm sure it's warmer in North Carolina, so I hope you're staying cool too. But man, Pittsburgh is cool. I like Pittsburgh. How tall are you? I'm like 5'10", maybe, somewhere around there. Throwback to the tragic death of the lapel mic. Dang, I forgot about that. So sad. You know, I think I sat in the car and just immediately ordered another one. I was like, I just can't. At least it happened at the end of the vlog. Literally, I was done filming a crazy week of gigs and filming, and it was at the very end of the vlog. Because I filmed, that was for the how much I make as a 20 whatever saxophone player. And that was the end of the week, was the very last one. So I'm glad that that's how that worked out. Have you gotten red eyes from playing sax for too long? I don't think so. Not that I've noticed anyways. I've had my trumpet for 23 years now. Yeah, I've heard so many people that have had like horror stories of people like falling on their instrument, and you know, it's just, yeah, it's not great. I am the embodiment of every drunk person at that wedding. It's terrible, man. People get so drunk. I'd be so paranoid about my tablet on a stand. I know, right? So glad the vocalist got that. Yeah. And you know, the guy that books the band was on the gig too, so he saw the whole thing. He would have had it sorted out for sure, which is like a good relief. But like, cause he worked with the client, obviously. What's up, Elmira? I just like to encourage you to do these streams in dual stream and then have them on here on Twitch. Yeah, I thought about that, but I don't stream so little that it doesn't feel worth it to me to like either get the software like StreamYard or whatever it is and get it set up. I thought about doing it for TikTok, but I'm not sure if I would do that either. I used to stream on TikTok a lot. Yo, Danny and the Duplicates, thank you for the 10 so much. Love the channel. Takes me back to my sax days. What kind of bands were you in high school and college? Yo, thank you. Thank you for the 10. And I appreciate you watching. In high school, let me think about this. Okay, early in my life, I was in some rock bands playing guitar. So I have some footage somewhere of me with very long hair playing that same red guitar. Oh boy. But hopefully that never sees the light of day. So I was in like a couple of different rock bands playing guitar, and then saxophone. I was in a band called Wombo Combo, which is obviously an amazing band name. And we were just like a jazz combo, and we played at this very, how do I put this politely, underwhelming bar in Midland, Pennsylvania called Damiano's. I don't know if it's even still there or not, but I have some footage of us. And honestly, that was really good for us to like, we just played and practiced and played a bunch of standards. And so that was fun. And then in college, I was never really, when I dropped out of college and moved back to Pittsburgh, I was in a band called, Dang it. It was like a Lucky Chops cover band, basically. My buddy Spencer McNeil put it together. So it was like very brass, very much like a brass band. And I played Barry in that band, actually. So that was one of my few Barry gigs. And I can't remember the name of it now off the top of my head. But those were like the main ones. I haven't. And then once I started freelancing, it's less that I'm like a part of a band and more that I just like play with whoever will hire me. So I need to see the long hair in Fremen. I won't pay to see it. That ain't Falco, right? Wombo combo. You should grow your hair long again. You should grow long again. You think so? I don't know. It's like it gets too. It's like too. I don't know. I'm gonna shave it all off at some point. I'm sure. Anyways, but yeah, thank you, Danny. Thank you for the 10. Sorry, I'm missing a ton of comments, guys. I'm not ignoring people, but I'm trying. Who was the person? Okay, wait. Okay, so honestly, anything works because we're gonna have 10 to 45 minutes of music. Okay, like some jazz standards would be like It Could Happen to You. We played this tune called Lucky Southern last night. That was a lot of fun. I like that tune. Stella by Starlight. Let's think about a good. Barefoot Sunday Blues is a nice blues. If you want to go like pop, like Lovely Day would be good. Don't Know Why by Norah Jones. These are all good like cocktail hour pop stuff. Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. Some of those would be good, I would say. That people would recognize those pop ones that you do. Have you ever played a wedding gig where the bride and her groom requested a lot of jazz standards rather than pop tunes? There have been some that they wanted very specific, like Sinatra stuff played. Tomorrow night we're playing on my gig. They wanted It Had to Be You, and they wanted the Sinatra recording, so I wrote out a little 2-horn chart for it. So we'll see how it sounds. Open Studio jazz instruction. Open Studio is great. Well, I don't know if I know what Open Studio is. Where would you put yourself on a scale from 1 to 100 of how proficient you are with the guitar? Like 1 being I have never played guitar in my life, and 100 being like the most prolific guitar player of all time. I'm like maybe a solid 25. Just because I can't read. I don't have any real dexterity. I can learn stuff pretty quickly because I know how to learn tunes, or learn things on instruments. Have you heard of the sax causing glaucoma? I haven't. Do you have a study? Could you send me that on Instagram? I would be interested to read about that. Do you have any tips for getting easy altissimo sounds? Play a lot of overtone exercises. So everyone cover their ears. This is going to sound terrible. But overtone exercises are a great way. So you'll play like low B flat and try to get out those high altissimo notes and then match them. Go from low. So this is what I'll do. I'll demonstrate the overtone stuff, and then I'll play the overtone fingering and I'll match it to the altissimo fingering, and you try to match the timbre. So like that note, I'll try to match that B flat. Anyways, sorry to everyone's ear. That's like, it sounds terrible, but that's a really good way to work on it. I obviously need plenty of work on that too. Okay. Sorry. Oh man, my chat just jumped down. Have you ever played any song I can't pronounce songs? BJOORK? I don't think I have. What should I practice this summer just for fun to keep me in the zone? Yo, what's up, Judah? Any amount of sound exercises is great. And then some techniques of sight reading too. I would practice sight reading and sound exercises if you only have like 20 minutes. Do 10 minutes of sound exercises, 10 minutes of sight reading. That is great. And then you could, if you have more time, I would work on like some more technique stuff, either some etudes or scales and stuff. And then like learning something fun that you like to learn. Find sheet music on MuseScore. Yeah. How can I try to make sax versions myself? If you download MuseScore, it's a notation software, and you can just like plug in the note. You can select alto as the instrument, and you can just kind of transcribe it by ear, figure out the notes on your instrument, and then plug it into the software. That's kind of how I make charts. Lucky Southern Goated, I know, right? Such a good tune. I forgot about it. Oh, sorry. Before we let's check out. Oh, whoa, that's awesome. Oh, see, Rockets type opinions for songs to play on my. Oh man. Sonic stuff. Check out Sonic music. that some of it might be very difficult on saxophone, but there's like heavy rock stuff. Ben Patterson, dude, I haven't heard that. Have you heard the Eric Marienthal version? It's so good. Would you send me that, Mathwin? Clara, hello. I'm a bit older than what it is normal to start learning to play saxophone. Do a good amount of years. If I do find a way to get enough money, would you say to get an alto or tenor? I would recommend getting an alto. That's like generally a good instrument to start, and it will be easier to hold. It'll just all feel more comfortable, I think. But you can always get a tenor later if you feel like some people feel like their voicing matches the tenor better. Are you still playing at my wedding? Hey, if you have the budget, let me know. I'll play. I mean, I don't book the band, so I just go where they tell me to go and play what they tell me to play. How did you settle on using the RuneScape sword sound from Fleeping Your Swears? Yo, what's up? What's up, Gus? Yeah, so I don't play RuneScape much anymore. I'm on like a brief hiatus. You know how that goes. But I love old school RuneScape. And my account level, I think, is like 121. I have a couple of 99s. I have my quest cape, or I finished Desert Treasure 2, and then I like just took a break from the game. But I'm always looking for ways to censor swear words so that I don't get demonetized. And I just thought that was a funny way. I was like, oh, what kind of sound effects are in RuneScape? Because I love that game. So I just try to put myself into my editing like that, you know? Have You Met Miss Jones was the most called tune at our uni jams over whoa, interesting. Got an underrated jazz album you could listen to on repeat. The Jazz Network's Beauty and the Beast, I believe is the name of it. It's a whole album of Disney music. It's very good. How do you stay in the flow and not get distracted or bored if you're playing a tune that only has a few notes on saxophone? I'm not good at not getting distracted, quite honestly. Sorry, guys, I'm a little tired today. Oh, which is obviously what you want right before driving an hour and a half to play a gig. I'll wake up, though. It'll be fine. I'm not sure if I have good advice for that. I mean, I think like keep looking ahead. See how far, like if you're reading, see how far ahead you can look and still play is one thing. Another thing you could maybe do is listen to each instrument. So you don't have to listen to yourself. Start listening to other instruments. Be like, okay, this chorus I'm going to listen to the piano. This chorus I'm going to listen to the drums. Next chorus I'm going to listen to the guitar. Then I'm going to listen to bass. That will help you. And that just helps the music too, because then you're listening. When you arrange video game music for a trio, do you have a way to keep all parts flexible in case you don't know exactly which instruments it'll be performed on? Do you always know the instrumentation first? I usually always know the instrumentation first. And I just kind of arrange it with the intent of like, this is going to be this arrangement for this instrumentation. And if I have another instrumentation come along, I'll just base it off of this and I'll write and rearrange it the way I need to. What's your weirdest gig? Pretty much my first gig ever. I talk about it in a video called How to Start Gigging, I think, for young musicians or something like that. I played at a cemetery for a wedding proposal. For a proposal, yeah. That was strange. It was one of my first gigs. Best tablet and software for reading music. I use an iPad Pro that's like a 12.4 inch or whatever it is, full-size iPad, and I bought it refurbished, so it's cheaper that way. And then I use Fourscore. I love it. I don't have any complaints about that. Where do you get music for sight reading? I read off of VG Lead Sheets. It's like a video game music website that has a bunch of lead sheets on it, and it's nice because you can click the like YouTube. It has the YouTube video linked, so you can click that and read while you play, so you don't slow down. It forces you to like keep moving, which is really good. Planning on transcribing something this summer. Any ideas? Not too extreme solos though. Check out like Autumn Leaves. Any like they're like Vincent Herring on Autumn Leaves. Sorry, took me a second. Any like lines from that or choruses would be great. Have you tried tenor? Yeah, I play tenor a good bit too. I probably should be playing tenor tonight, but I'm not going to. Hi from Switzerland. Yo, what's up, Chris? That's amazing. Zalman, what's your long-term career plan? Play saxophone as much as I can and make videos. That's kind of my plan. If I ever get to a point where I can't make a living, I think I could get a job being a social media manager, and that would be cushy and would have health benefits and all of that. So that's kind of my backup plan, if that makes sense. I got a brand new tenor yesterday. My low F and E and D range is a bit airy. It's not my own. Sure, that's the problem. Any tips? I would take it to a repair shop. It's possible it needs adjusted, especially if they shipped it to you. Can you play some stuff from Cuphead? Not off the top of my head. I'd have to read it. What's your opinion on the best saxophone? I love alto. I really love alto. You'll come up north for the wedding? Well, it's only an hour and a half. It's not 7. Do you like playing jazz the most? How do you feel about dance band gigs? Just another way to pay the bills. If you could do just jazz full time, would you? Okay, I'll go in order. No, I'll go backwards. If you could do just jazz full time, would you? No, absolutely not. I would be miserable. I like variety. I like playing a lot of different kinds of genres. I don't view dance band gigs as just another way to pay the bills. They do pay the best generally, but I have fun playing the music. You get to play a wide variety of stuff, and I look at it as a way to. It's like a low pressure gig where I can still practice and like get better at my instrument. And yeah, I definitely don't like playing jazz the most, but that's the music I've spent the most amount of time playing. How to cut through and playing in electric bands. I feel like my solos get lost in the mix. Tell them you need a mic. I'm so bad at cutting through loud stuff. And at some point, there's only so much you can do. But although Mark Hartsuch, I don't know if you guys know this guy. I heard him play at a jam session in Nashville and play alto. I've never heard anyone play alto that loud. And he sounded great too, like loud and controlled. But he's a bigger guy. Maybe he has bigger, like he's a very tall guy. Maybe he has like a bigger lung capacity. I'm not sure. Go on Omi TV, not on a live stream. You're crazy. Huge RuneScape nerd. There's an entire rock concept album about the free-to-play experience. Really? Wait, who's it by? What? Who put that out? Did you ever study any classical saxophone? I did a little bit in high school and a little bit in college, but not much. Really harmonically instrument, lots of chord choices, and even in section 1760. Whoa. Would you DM that to me, Gus? That would be sick. How large is the visible universe? As far as the eye can see. Is that the answer? Is that the riddle? Could you please play Spider Dance from Undertale? I don't think I know that. I could maybe read it if it's on the VG lead sheets. Cool beans. Thank you, DK. If I want to learn jazz theory, what do I have to learn first? Is it the scale? Is it the pattern or something? I would say look up like a 101, like a jazz theory 101 video and see how that goes. Because that will give you like the very beginning, which is what you'll need. It'll be a lot of like notes and intervals and stuff. Do you have another job? Are you happy with this choice? Do you make more from YouTube or music? I do not have another job other than playing saxophone and making videos on the YouTube. I am happy right now. It can be a hustle. It's a grind. I work constantly, and I feel like I don't have a good balance. But I get to have amazing experiences, and the thing I really value the most is I have complete freedom. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, and no one makes me do anything or be anywhere at any time. If I have a gig offer come in and I don't like the terms, I can decline it. I'd pay the financial consequence for that, of course. But I get to make my own schedule, and I can just do whatever I want whenever I want. If it's a Wednesday at 1 p.m. and I want to take a nap and I don't have a gig, I can. The downside of that is everything falls on me. I have to be very disciplined, and that can be difficult. Do I make more from YouTube or music? I make about the same from both. I maybe a little more from YouTube this year or last year because I launched merch. But I ran a P&L in QuickBooks at the end of the year last year for my tax return and or at the beginning of this year. And I was pretty shocked. It was like about the same amount from both, from like playing gigs and all my music related income and all of my like YouTube and social media related income. But I don't take brand deals. So if I took brand deals, I would make more on YouTube, but I don't do that. Just realized wait, is this Lisa Blyle? Like the Lisa Blyle I know? Realized I sent a comment, not a question. Sorry, just want to encourage singers to work on sight reading too. Oh, okay. I didn't see that. Sorry, it's very difficult for me to see all of your comments, but yeah, it's worth being able to read for sure. Like the more you can do, the more versatile you are and the more hireable you are. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me see. How to get better audio when recording music for Instagram or YouTube without a mic. My AC is way too loud. It's possible you could do some editing in post, like do some EQ stuff. But other than that, maybe if it's like your phone, try to keep it positioned closer to the instrument. That's very difficult though without a mic. You can get into a home recording setup for very cheap, like $150 cheap, which is like have like very high quality audio that you're recording from your house for very cheap. So that's worth looking into. I prefer alto. Hello, what's up? Hello, fool. What's up, Landon? Check out some of the tracks from Haunted. You probably heard some of it oh, no way. Okay, I'm sure I've heard it then. I don't recognize the name though. Thoughts on Patrick Bartley's alto player? He's truly amazing. He's incredible. And he also doesn't just play a lot of notes, if that makes sense. He has a lot of passion behind it, and he's very good at playing stylistically, which I love. Who's one of your favorite instruments that plays an instrument you don't play? Let me think about this. My brain immediately goes to like bluegrass stuff. Like Tony Rice. I guess that's guitar. Maybe if there's a fiddle player, there's like, or like some banjo stuff. Jim Pankey plays banjo, and I love his banjo playing. Who's one of your favorite musicians? Oh wait, I read that. Sorry. How many instruments can you play? Play is a strong word. Saxophone is the one I get paid to play. That's kind of the one I consider I play. Everything else is like a hobby. For the tin whistle tabs you made for that one solo video, appreciate the tin whistle representation as a tin whistle player. Let's go. Did you use a font or a program? You're not gonna like this answer, guys. This was so painful. I took screenshots of each. This is not the best way to do it. I took screenshots of each note in a tin whistle fingering chart and then put them on screen and arranged them. Terrible. When did you start playing the saxophone? I was like in my freshman year of high school, I think. I started a little late. Yo, what's up, Kaleem? Do you have a sax hero you really want to go hear in person? I'm finally going to see Hubert Laws next month, but I have to drive to DC. Wow, that's amazing. Dude, Hubert Laws plays on what's the isn't there a version of that tune that I like? Moment's Notice, is that it? I feel like there's a video or a recording I like that he's on, or maybe I'm confusing that with something else. Anyways, sax hero. I mean, I would love to hear Patrick Bartley. I heard him in a masterclass for like 10 minutes, and then I had to leave, and so he just practiced sound stuff. But that alone was amazing. Eddie Barbash, I've heard already, but I love hearing him play. Like sitting in front of him and hearing his sound come out of his saxophone is unbelievable. To hear him in person. Those are kind of the main. I haven't heard Sam Greenfield in person. I would love to hear Sam. These are like younger cats, obviously, but Sam is amazing. I love his playing too. So, wow. Sorry guys. It's very difficult to keep up with comments. I'm trying my best. Also, if you guys want to check out my shirt, I mentioned this at the beginning, but FoolishFrankie.com. I just dropped this new shirt. There have been a bunch of orders, so I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, check it out. Nice trombone. Very silly. I'm glad people thought it was as funny as I did in my head. Okay, have you played any pit gigs? What instruments do you double on? I have not. I mean, very, very few, if any. I used to play clarinet and flute to some extent. Then I completely dropped clarinet and only played flute and saxophone. And now I haven't touched my flute in like a month, probably. I really don't play them to any real level. Like if someone calls me for a pit gig, I turn it down. I don't enjoy playing them, and I like all my other gigs better. So the pit can be dark. If you didn't play saxophone, what instrument would you have played? Definitely guitar, because that's what I started on. Do you like Baptiste Herbin? Yeah, he's amazing too. I forgot about him. I haven't checked him out as much, but I know like I've seen Saxologic's videos about him and stuff. So, what to do when losing motivation to practice? Be disciplined, because then you don't have to worry about being motivated. You just decide that this is what I do to get better, and it doesn't matter if I feel like doing it. I'm just going to do it. That's a good way. Do you watch anime? I don't. Why don't you do brand deals? There are very few brands that reach out to me that align with my channel. Surely I could promote like, this dog walking company or this makeup brand. I could just get paid and do that. But I don't like to promote things I don't use and that don't make sense for my channel. So that kind of cuts out 95% of what comes into my inbox. The other reason is there are two other reasons. One, I don't like going back and forth with brands. It's exhausting. I hate that work. And the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because I love what I do. If I wanted to do something that I hate, I would work a job that I hate that makes a lot of money. So that's another reason. And then the third reason is it's very difficult to know if what you're promoting is actually legit. So that's part of it. You have to spend a lot of time doing, like, I don't want to promote something that isn't good. And so if I don't use it, that narrows it down. And then if I do use it, I don't like, or even if I'm going to take brand deals, like, because I've thought about, okay, I'll take brand deals that don't necessarily make sense for my channel, but I think are still beneficial. I still have to go. I just refuse to. I don't want to promote something that isn't good or that doesn't work or is a complete sham. So I don't know. How much better at playing sax are you getting every year? Not enough. Not better enough. Or not much better. Do you have a live stream for song requests? If so, when is your next stream? I don't right now, but the next stream I do will probably be a song request one. Send the OSRS to your email because I don't have IG. Okay, amazing. Thank you. I'm gonna check it out. Jim Pankey is awesome. Yeah. If you started getting into the bluegrass world, my worlds will implode. Dude, I have good news. I've been in the bluegrass world for a couple years. Like, I own a banjo, but I play bluegrass stuff on saxophone. So it's sick. I'm not great at it, but I've been learning. I'm trying to think if there's a song you would know that I could play that would make sense. Um. Let me. Okay. Let me try this. That's Red Haired Boy. I haven't played that tune in a while. I like always try to work on that like comping stuff. But anyways, I love learning trying to like mimic a fiddle on here. Okay, it's 1:51. Well, someone let me know when it's 2. I probably shouldn't stream for too much longer than 2 because I have to start getting ready to go. Oh wow. Okay, let's see. Are student horns good to play until you reach a pro skill level, or do you need a pro horn? You don't need a pro horn. If you look at my old gig vlogs, I was playing a student horn. I played a student horn through like into college at University of North Texas, and then I played a student horn for a lot of my early gigs until I just couldn't afford to play a pro horn. I didn't have the money for it, so I just played a student horn. So I think you can get a lot of mileage out of a student horn. It's kind of like here's a sports term for you: swinging with a donut on the bat, and then when you take that off and you get a pro horn, it's amazing. Our student. Oh wait, I read that. The easiest instrument to learn as an adult? Ugh. Maybe piano, just because it's very visual and you don't have to worry about intonation. Are you rich? Definitely not. I mean, it depends on what you mean by rich. But I'm grateful for what I have. But by society's definition of rich, I am not. You play sax? I thought it was. Sorry, yeah, it was a trombone. That's my bad. I misspoke. I don't really know my instruments that well. What are you wearing on your neck? This is a neck strap. So what I clipped to my neck, or clipped to my saxophone. What brand is your flute? It's a Gemeinhardt, Ash. It's like an open hold Gemeinhardt. Always appreciate the gig vlogs vicariously reliving my cover band days. Lots of similar experiences. Yo, Zach, that's so awesome to hear. Man, I love that. I'm glad I can provide that for people. That's ultimately like one of the reasons why I'm making them is I want to be able to 20 years from now watch these vlogs back with my friends and be like, oh, you remember that Plecus looked like this and Anton made that joke and I forgot about this, and it'll be fun. How did you get so good? Do you genuinely enjoy playing saxophone? I do. I genuinely enjoy playing saxophone, and that's probably what has led to having any amount of proficiency, even though it's not Patrick Bartley, that's for sure. I'm getting a lesson with Baptiste next month. What should I ask? Whoa. Oh man, I don't even know. I would start making a list though. Like I would watch a lot of videos of him and whatever questions come to mind. I want to see you promote makeup. I don't know. I don't wear makeup though, so I don't like to promote stuff I don't use. Tips for sight reading rhythm. Clap it. Like practice clapping it. You can there are like rhythm sight. Get some drum books and try to just clap rhythms. Oh geez, my thing just I can't pronounce your name. Vlask. Thank you for the 2. Why play a saxophone when you could a trombone? That's a very good point actually. Yeah, I guess I should just switch. What do you guys think? Should I switch to trombone? Should we run a poll? Oopsies. 1 second. I can do this. Hold on. There we go. All right. What happened? Did it work? There we go. Piano for sure. Yeah, I was in the Discord and wondering what the Foolish Frankie community big band is. Someone wanted to do that at one point, and they asked if they could like try to see if they could get enough people, and it sounded like they just didn't quite have enough people to fill all the slots. So I think that's kind of inactive now. Hi, what's up, PC for pastry chef? Oh, PC means pastry chef, I'm assuming. Nice. Thoughts about Selmers? I haven't played a Selmer horn in a very long time, but I know people that love them. Yo, Landon, thank you for the 2. Let me carry you in TOA. What is TOA? I thought it was, my brain went to TOB, Theater of Blood. What is theater? Is it theater of something else? Are you talking about RuneScape? What's your levels? I'll look your account up. But thank you for the 2. What's good, Frankie? What's up? How you doing? I'm hanging in there, man. I'm a little tired today, but I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna get in the car and go to my gig in a little bit. So, and I'm enjoying hanging out and chatting with everyone. You guys are so nice. How often do you change your reads? I rotate them. I have 4. Here's one of these stickers. I have 4 in here. I don't know if you can see this. And I just rotate between them. And then once they start to feel like dull and like I'm not getting the same response out of them, then I just pitch it and I swap a new one in. So that's definitely not the most organized way, but I know a lot of people that will have a very methodical way. I'm not that methodical. Wait, what's the results of the poll? How can I click this? How do I see? Oh wait. Oh, here we go. Oh, 41% thought that's what. See, I already played the trombone, guys. What? Who'da thunk? Okay, are you gonna do any more Omi TV videos? Yes, I have another one dropping with Marcus. It was supposed to drop today, but we had to reschedule it because of some stuff on Marcus's end. Is it still? Oh no. So that should be out probably like in 2 weeks, I would guess, somewhere around then. So there will be another one for sure. And then actually, I don't want to say. I have another announcement, but I'm not gonna say it yet. So, but I scheduled another fun collab happening later this year. Don't you like trombone? Slidey of the trombone? I do, yeah. Trombone is fun. Can we retry the community big band? Yeah, whoever was running it, they're more than welcome to try to get it to happen. I just couldn't commit to trying to run it myself just because I'm juggling too many things. But I'm always happy for people that want to do community projects. Oh, yo, Bella's train vlogs. I said Sonic. Check out some Sonic stuff. Sorry, joked. No one clipped that. Oh, good lord. What do you think about European sax scene? I don't know anything about it. Thoughts on Van Doren Jumbo Java for tenor? I might get one for Electric Blues band work. I played one on, I think I played one on tenor that I really liked. I think they're worth trying. They're very bright. Yo, what's up, Sailor? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're so nice. Oh, it's 56 right now. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'll probably hop off here in about 5 minutes or so. If you're not playing Can't Take My Eyes Off You, why even go to a gig? I actually don't play that tune as much as you would think. Maybe a couple times a year. Oh, what strength reads? I play 2.5s right now on alto, and then 2.5s on tenor also. Oh, Tombs of Damascus. Okay, is that a new update? I haven't done many like end game boss stuff. I've been doing a lot of I was doing a lot of Vorkath, and then obviously I did like the Desert Treasure 2 bosses. I did a little bit of what's the one boss in that? It was a Desert Treasure 2 boss that was very difficult, which they all were kind of hard, but I'm hoping you'll react to Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar soon. Oh, I'm not familiar. My buddy Anton told me I should make. I haven't seen very many videos. He told me I should make like a FoolishFrankie reacts to like music movies. Sorry, movies. I haven't seen many movies. I think I said videos. Okay, 3 minutes till 2. Thank you guys. Yeah, I'll probably hop off in just about 5 minutes. So I'll get a couple more questions. How do I get a mod on Discord? It's 2, by the way. Oh, thank you. How do I get like talk to one? You could just at the moderators, I think. Can you do this every Friday? No, unfortunately. I would love to have like a consistent stream schedule, but excuse me, my schedule is so up and down, and it's just, there's no way for me to like have a consistent schedule. I thought about doing what Frank Tedesco does, where at the beginning of each week, I pick a date or a couple days, and I just like put those out and say, this is my schedule this week. So maybe I'll end up doing that. But have you ever played Billy Joel sax solos? Yeah, totally. Yeah, I always try to play, especially on like Only the Good Die Young. I always try to play that solo. Hello from Portugal. Yo, what's up? Thank you for being here. Hey, from Netherlands. Wow. Guys, I don't think you understand. This is like the craziest thing to me, that people from all over the world like watch my videos, and you guys are across the world right now on your computer, like watching me just talk and just ramble. Like, that is so crazy to me. I appreciate you guys so much, really. It blows my mind. It's nuts. Any tips on bebop articulation, like where and how to articulate phrases? I'm trying to get better at the D-den articulation. Honestly, there's a lot of like, I mean, I've heard like doodah instead of d whatever you said, wherever that went. I like there's like this, right? That's fine, but I know people that sometimes like gets trapped in that, and then everything they play sounds like doodin doodin doodin, and sounds very like hokey, like not. I would recommend like listening and transcribing someone and slowing them down, and really figuring out exactly what they're articulating, because they're not always going doodin 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 doodin. Like sometimes they're going like those were all tongued. Like all of that, some of it I'm not going doodin the whole time. So I think it just like makes sense to do a lot of transcribing too, and trying to just mimic what they're playing and listen very closely. So best way to learn something in 12 keys, you just memorize all the transpositions, thug it out by ear. That's the best way, and it'll get so much faster the more you do it. So yeah, so that's the best way to do it. It's very slow at first. It sucks. It's so slow at first, but it gets faster and faster and faster, and it will help your playing in every aspect. So just dropped in. Yo, what's up, Neil's currently practicing the clarinet and was finding a tune to practice. Did you try the clarinet? I have played the clarinet. I own a clarinet, and the most I will say is I'm a clarinet owner. I do not really play the clarinet. Clarinet is difficult. Frank doing a schedule. News to me, Frankie. I'll let him know though. Hey man, I just can't commit to a stream schedule. Too difficult. Too many things going on. What in the world is bebop? It's like this. Like it's like generally faster jazz. I'm sure there's certain years that people get very specific about, but hi, what's up, Jemery Emery? Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Gotta go backstage at a gig for a battle of the bands, but Jazz Edition, nice. I hope it goes well. How do you transcribe music so instantly? Just like a lot of practice with relative pitch, but honestly, genuinely think this guy's the pure reason I picked my sax back up after taking a 4-month break. Oh man, that's so awesome to hear. Would you ever come to Singapore? Yeah, I would totally love to come to Singapore. I'd love to travel more. Could you name some standards that are called super often at jam sessions? Yes. Okay, I'm going to read like 2 or 3 more questions, then I'm going to stop. Have you met Miss Jones? Someone said that earlier. That gets called a lot. Probably like Blue Bossa, although that sometimes doesn't get called as much because it's kind of like a whatever. St. Thomas. There will never be another you. It could happen to you. Might get called a good bit. Yeah, those are like some good ones. There are plenty more. Stella by Starlight. What's the one that's All the Things You Are? Those all get called quite a bit, I would say. Do you have a favorite VGM standard? I love Rosalina in the Observatory. I love that tune. Do reeds make big change to sound? Yeah, they definitely can. But ultimately, like, this matters the most. Okay, when are you coming back to Detroit? Hopefully soon. My friend Olivia and Ryan, they live in Detroit, and I love them so much. I haven't seen them in a long time, but yeah, so hopefully soon. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna end my live stream here, guys. I appreciate you so much. Sorry this was such a short kind of Q&A stream, but I didn't have a video. I'm working on a vlog, so a vlog will be out in probably a week or 2. So that'll be fun. It was like a fun art show that I played. So keep an eye out for that. And then I'll have a part 2 of Marcus Veltri, my video with Marcus Veltri with the Omi TV. So the part 1 was like all of us playing all of our prepared pieces, and the part 2 is going to be all of the song requests. So it's a lot of fun. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. That'll be happening soon. Shop FoolishFrankie.com. I have to package one merch order before I leave for my gig. So if you order before then, I'll probably drop it off today. So yeah, check it out. I got new shirts and old shirts and stickers and all of that. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much, seriously, for just hanging out and asking me questions. You guys are so sweet, and I'm so lucky and grateful for you all, seriously. So thank you. You're so nice. And I hope everyone has a really good weekend. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Guys, you know what I just realized I did? I'm back. I didn't say bye with everyone's names, and I normally do that. Okay. Bye, Mr. Perry the Platypus. Bye, Kaleem. Bye, Mr. Woody. Bye, the legendary brothers. Grasshopper. You guys are so sweet. Thank you, guys. Bye, Bramos. Bye, Dave. Bye, Anthony. EL. I got to restock your stickers. Yeah. Oh, man. Bye, Anthony. Bye, Bella's Train Vlogs. Thank you so much. Yeah, good luck on the gig. Thank you. Bye, Grasshopper. Bye, John. Bye, Ash. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. I love you so much. See ya.